Resume. Um, I wanted to start this series because isn't there sometimes when you just have dear friends that just kind of say, hey, it's time for you to live the Lindsay life that you were so passionate about. And I that's like in a humble way of saying that, but also in a it is time for you to start being living proof. And that is something that like I don't know, that living proof is probably what hit me more, but I want to go back and I don't know how long this series is going to last. It'll last forever because I can honestly talk about something every single week. But I can guarantee you for the next 8 to 12 weeks, I'm just going to talk about the very beginning. And the very beginning for me. And the reason why I want to go back is sometimes it is so hard for people to go and look at the past. You know, you can think about your accomplishments, and that's why I've always been such a passionate person about a done it board. And what a done it board is, and I'll be very transparent. Before I started thriving, I didn't do vision boards. I didn't do goals or thankful or grateful stuff on a daily basis. I just didn't. It isn't even that I wasn't raised that way. It just wasn't something that I did. Did I dream in my mind and did I think in my mind? Absolutely. But I never truly sat down and like made it a thing um, until this company. And I will be transparent with you. I mean, it was Paul Gravett. He was the dreamer, and Jason Camper is the brains. In the very beginning of this company, we had two CEOs that came together and made what's known as Lavelle and the Thrive Experience. And so I just like to go back to tell you how I started. And I started as a 30-year-old mother who was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I did not start for weight loss. I genuinely started for energy. And I will tell you, it was a Facebook post on a Friday at 3 p.m. What are people doing on Fridays at 3 p.m.? If they can, they're going to scroll Facebook. They're sitting there counting down the clock, waiting to clock out to live that short lived weekend that we all crave, right? And then to have to start all over again on Mondays. And on my weekends, I just remember instead of being enthusiastic about them, I dreaded them because I knew it was so much work because I had put off all the things right during the week because you were super tired and exhausted. Um, but I saw a post from Susan at a 3 o'clock slump. And it was her just literally throwing it out there of all the things she had going on that weekend. And I was like, how in the hell can this woman be so happy at 3 on a Friday when I am just sitting here thinking, God, I have to make it till 5 because I've got to get my paycheck because I still worked for a small company. I mean, it was a corporate company, but it was a small company that I just got a physical check every day. So it was like I had to stay and wait for my paycheck at 5 o'clock to go and be able to cash it on Fridays. And so I just remember seeing her post and I'm like, this cannot be life. I cannot be this age at this point and just thinking that this is how to roll the punches. And I was at work and Susan and I were work acquaintances. We were not besties. We had actually become Facebook friends over a crazy situation. Just me seeing her at chamber events and different things. Never in my life did I think it was going to be because I was going to start selling vitamins. It was just I saw her on a regular basis, and Facebook is to be nosy, right? Facebook is to learn more about people. And I emailed her. She said, let me call you. Obviously, she called me. I was at work and I have this person running their mouth. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm going to lose my damn job if she does not be quiet. So I put her off by saying, hold on, let me get you back after work. And I'll place my order. Honestly, I didn't want to lose my job because it was personal things. Second thing, though, I'll be honest, I couldn't have placed my order to get her to zip her mouth because I didn't have the money in my account in the moment. And that's where I want to be transparent. When we want to do something for ourselves, we will go find the money, right? We'll find the time, we'll figure it out. I mean, I've robbed Peter to pay Paul for quite some time. I mean, at that point in my life. And I was like, if this can just give me an ounce of how she feels, I am willing to take a chance. I was willing to take a chance to do that. And lo and behold, I got my paycheck. I went, I deposited it, and I picked up the phone and I called Susan right away and I ordered. Now, mind you, I ordered as a promoter, not as a customer. I ordered the $400 pack with nothing back, no commissions, no expectations. Like it just wasn't a thing. When she told me the price, I knew what I was committing to. I knew that was going to be enough product for me and my spouse, or for me to at least have 2 months. Guys, I don't even remember. I should have looked it up. To be quite honest with you, what was even in that pack. I just remember it was like almost 2 months worth or a little over 2 months worth. So I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. And I'm going to give it a fair shake because I could have walked up to my pantry and my mariachi band of supplements that I had purchased was there. So, what I really want to talk to you about tonight is the fact that I want you to take it back to why you started this product. Okay. Why I think that we all need to go back and journal. Like over the last 11 and a half years, my why has changed. My journey has changed. My reason for taking this product has changed. I mean, obviously, every day we need energy. Okay, let's just be honest. But I also want for you to go back and say, why did I start this? But I'm going to throw this little thing in here, and this is going to shock some of y'all, especially me, because she's my BFF. I don't want you to use ChatGPT on this. I want you to dig down in your heart and your soul and be like, why did I start this? Because had it not been for that post that Susan made that hit me all the way to the core of how she was this crazy busy individual. And I'm not going to, I mean, I've told her this story. She knows that y'all all know my story. I knew was 10 years older than me too. And I'm like, this woman is running freaking circles around me. And this is not what I want to do. Like, I know that these are the most precious time of my daughter's life. For me to be saying, girl, what's your favorite food? I want to go take you out to eat. And can we just there was no such thing, mind you, 11 and a half years ago of Netflix. It was, let's go home and watch Lifetime Movie Network. That was our jam. That's what Briley and I did together. And I just, coded it with, hey, let me get you whatever you want. Let's go out to eat. Let's call in, hang out with me. But I was trying to make her think that that was because that's what the cool moms did. But honestly, I just wanted to get off my feet. I didn't want to have to do anything. I didn't want to have to go home, get ready to go back and do something else. I just wanted to chill on a Friday evening. Because I knew that my Saturday and Sunday was going to be full of all of her activities, laundry, housework, like, hello, being a mom, being a wife, being all of the things that you have to do just to keep your household running on top of working a 40 to 50, 60-hour a week job. And so I really want for you to dig in deep, because whether you're a customer, you're a promoter, or you're a potential that's going to watch this, there's a reason why you're intrigued by the Thrive experience. That person is doing something that you want. And we so often forget that. I know I do. And I'm only here to speak. I can only speak for myself on this unfiltered journey. But that's why I started. That is truly what got me. But you know what else I did? That night after I ordered, I came home, and we have this fun little thing called the Lavelle fan page. There were 7,000 people on the Lavelle fan page when I first started. I want to see now how many we have on there. And let's just be honest, we don't use the Lavelle fan page like we should. But now there's 1.3 on our Lavelle fan page. So that night, I got onto Facebook on the Lavelle fan page, and I was just scrolling and I was reading these testimonies of people that were younger than me, my age, older than me, that had started this product and that it was changing the game for them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I could just have an ounce of what she has and just a pinch of what she has, I was already excited before I even knew it. And this is something that we forget to do. We get our order and we send the fun little message that says, I'll let you know, I'll keep track of your order. No, girl, I want you to go to the Lavelle fan page. Let's be honest. When's the last time that you've sent somebody to the Lavelle fan page? Or in our team's defense, when's the last time that you said, hey, to a brand new customer, the same day you got their order or even before, here's our Vibing and Thriving page. I would love for you to go through there and see some of our testimonies. The difference in the Lavelle fan page and our Vibing and Thriving is our Vibing and Thriving is not just Lavelle. Okay. We've made it that way. We wanted it to be that way. But the Lavelle fan page is straight up Thrivers. So I want for you to stop in that moment, as I am. That Lavelle fan page is truly what made me excited. I had no idea what this experience was going to do for me, but here's what I know. I could not wait for my product to come in. And it wasn't even so much that Susan wasn't doing all of her follow-up stuff with me. It was more of that page and reading those testimonies because I was desperate. I was at a point in my life where I was scraping the bottom of the barrel and I was seeing other people in my position with hope. I was seeing other moms being able to live their life through 3 simple steps. I was seeing people being able to take these vitamins and minerals. They loved the shake because that's what they were talking about, or how easy it was, or how this little sticker was being able to help with their, just like, it was so crazy to me what that page did for me. That is truly what signed, sealed, and delivered it to me. I even will be honest with you, I didn't even have the product in my system before I started saying, I was thinking of my very dearest best friends that were like, we always tell you to make a list, or I used to, because we're going back right to the unfiltered days. I told people to make 3 lists. Your first list is your ride or die. These are your people that you can pick up the phone and they're going to bail you out of jail. They are the ones that they're going to come no matter what, and they're going to get you out of jail. Then there's the people that you knew that needed the product. Then there were the people that knew the business opportunity, and that's really all that they're focused on is money, 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 money. For me in that moment, I was thinking of who would bail me out of jail. Who would go and get me out of jail right now because I'm going to share this product with them. And I remember sending messages to my besties and being like, listen, I don't know about you, but I am tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That was my famous thing. I actually tried to go back and find some of the original messages, but I have sent so many messages to so many people that I scrolled for hours and it would just send me back to the top and I had lost it. So anyways, if you know an easy way to get to the very beginning of a message, let me know. But that Lavelle fan page is what I sent people. Read these testimonies. Can you believe this is happening to them? My product should be here any day now. I want you to start this journey with me because this was back 11 and a half years ago, y'all. It was a week before I got my product in the mail. So as I was reading these and as Susan was following up with me, I was already sharing to get my 2 for free because I knew that if I did not share this product and at least get 2 customers, I wasn't going to be thriving again. I knew I didn't have the money to be able to do that. So that was my number 1 goal. Did I sign up as a promoter and did she tell me everything on the line? Absolutely. But it was way too overwhelming for me. My number 1 goal was I've got to find 2 friends that are sick and tired like me that are going to make this purchase so that I can thrive for free next month. That's my number 1 goal. And that is where I want just to stop at because I don't want to go anymore. And because this is why it's the Journey Unfiltered. But that Lavelle fan page is what changed the game for me. It got me more excited about what it could do for me because all these people were having these problems and Lavelle was being their solution to their problem. And so I want for you to think tonight, how can you change your approach to get them on the Lavelle fan page? Have you sent your story in to the Lavelle fan page in a while? Have you read it? Have you went on there and shared a story? Hi, I'm guilty. I haven't. And I know right now I'm telling you that that's truly what it did for me to seal the deal. So I just want to take you along on my journey. I'm going to be honest with you. The first 6 months to 2 years of my journey, it was the highest of highs in my entire life. It was so awesome. But guess what? We will get to the ebbs and flows. We will get to the lowest points. We will get to the times when I thought I wanted to throw in the towel. We will get to the times when there are snakes in the grass. We will get to the nitty gritty because that is why I wanted this to be called By the way, thank you, Charlotte Saint. I went with her name because she picked it. And I just thought that was perfect because I think sometimes we all sugarcoat it or you don't see a lot of things behind the scenes. I am going to be here to share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the times that a lot of you may not have even known that were going on. I felt like I've always been transparent, but also in a business, you're not always 100% transparent, right? Because when you're a 200K, you have to sit here and lead a team and you have to be like, this is what's going on. And you have to be that positive person. This is going to show you the Lindsay that I was, not your leader, but the one that was taking this journey and doing the do and doing the things when they were hard and getting the messages of all of the things. But in the beginning, 11 and a half years ago, on January 24th of 2014, is when I saw that Facebook message or that Facebook post. Then I got on the Lavelle fan page. I took my electric bill money and ordered my Thrive experience, and I have not turned back since. And I just want to say to you tonight, if you're on here and you're a promoter, I know you've had the ebbs and flows, but you're on the best team ever. Let's just be honest. If you're a customer on here, thank you so much for trusting that individual. And we want to help you if you're not already thriving for free. So I want you to go find our Lavelle fan page. And if you're a potential on here tonight, I just want for you to know that this journey is one that is filled with some of the best experiences of my life. Some of the things that I will never, ever take for granted. And as I always say, I took a chance on an opportunity that allowed an unlimited amount of choices. And I don't take lightly as being one of the top earners in the company, being a 200K in 5 months, a millionaire in the first 6 years. That's something that I do sometimes forget to praise myself about. But in this day and age, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back and I'm going to show you how it was done through the good, the bad, and the ugly. So thank you for joining me on my very first Unfiltered Journey with Lindsay. We will be back next week to go over what happened when I got that product in my hands. So I will talk to you soon and thank you guys so much. Have a good one.